and welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. Today's episode is once again sponsored by DBT's wigs. Now this is a 10-inch bulb styled like this. Loving it. So if you want something like this, go to our website shop.ddlauren.com and we will get you sorted. Now let's just dive into today's episode because social media is on fire. Some ladies group themselves to wear wedding gown to pray for husbands. Now, this is not the first time. Last year, they carry me, they go to my husband's house, group of people who went for a crusade, and their prayer was for God to carry them to their husband's house. That went viral because people couldn't believe that in this day and age, people will go to church to pray for husbands. Like, I don't know, but anyway, so the organizers of the show, one of the organizers is Nollywood actress Chacha aka Faani. Now, I think the major issue that people have with this whole thing is because of Chacha has been in one of the most documented challenging marriages in Hollywood. Every Eke Market Day, Chacha will come out and blame my husband, like medically abusing her because she said the man is trying to get her into psychiatric, saying she's bipolar and all that. For, three years in a row, Chacha was coming out every year to accuse her husband of one thing or the other. Even the family got involved. And later, when she settled with the husband, she kind of broke ties with the family and moved on, claiming now that she's bipolar. So people are surprised that it is this same Chacha that is now bringing young ladies together to pray for marriage. Like, are they trying to pray to get into Chacha kind of marriage? I don't know. Because it's a church event organized by one bridal shop, which is a very genius marketing strategy. Because I'm happy to tap into it to partner with one church, get young ladies to wear wig and say, this is the wig I'm wearing in heaven. You can imagine. That will go viral. Any church that is out there that wants to partner with me, holla, and we get it sorted. Now, this is not something to laugh about because it affects people in a very long run. Maybe for the rest of their life, because this is a life partner decision. I cannot overemphasize on Osinachi Nwachukwu because she met somebody in the church, she married a person, and we all know how that ended. So the church in its body, I think, should stay away from marriage. Like, just get people to salvation. Don't stress people about marriage. Don't bring people together to pray about, husbands. Because you would not see a church organizing men looking for wives. The men will not even answer them. Like, they know where to find. If they want to marry, they know where. They have about 5 different girls they can choose from. But you see that is these vulnerable women that they are able to get into this kind of situation. Now, you see these people, maybe they pray, and after praying, let's say after this their event, they are going out, and the next man that sees them on the street and say hello, they will believe that God has answered their prayer. Now, they will not take their time to actually look into the person. Because, when they be like, God answer my prayer, I don't need to, even if he's showing some red flags, God will fix it. Or I will take it to God in prayer. I had a friend who, she went to church for prayers. So there was an event, they went. During the church program, they called out single ladies. Every single lady come out. They came out. If you want to pray for husband, you have to sow a seed with the number of, in thousands, with the number of your age. She sowed seed though. She came back. She sowed more than thousands. So she told me, now she invited me to come more. I did not go. That's what happened. She's blessed already. That even as she was going home, This has not happened to her before. A guy walked up to her. Normally, on a normal day, I think she would have ignored the person. But because she has prayed that prayer, she has sowed that seed, she decided to entertain whoever was asking her out. They started talking. The guy was like, I'm very serious. You know, scoop now. Before you know, they got married. I attended wedding, I went and ate rice. They looked happy together. I visited them a couple of months later and they seemed, happy couple. They moved, because she was living in a 1-bedroom, they moved to another 1-bedroom, but a much bigger accommodation. So later, she kind of dropped out of circulation. I was like, maybe, some married people, once they are married and you're single, they will just kind of give you red card. So I thought that was what happened. So me too, I kind of withdrew myself because I was like, before you fire me, I will fire myself. Now later, months later, she asked to, let's, hang out. We went out, sat down. She broke down. I started hearing stories. This guy was squatting with people. He was actually jobless. He did not want to work. He was all these benefit kind of people. Even court wedding, he refused them to do because he was like, he's getting money. Hey, before you know, this girl was the one doing everything, paying it. And he had credit card, loan and debt. So any little change that he has, he's paying off all this debt. He actually now got a job, small job after that marriage. But all that money was going into paying off credit card. And this was a lady that she's a hustler. She's this kind of person that believes in process. She will start something from the scratch, and before you know, you'll be asking her, when did you start this thing? She is that kind of person. So I haven't heard from her for a very long time. I was thinking, maybe she's doing something else and I don't know about it. She said she has not done. In fact, even her capital went down because she was now taking so much responsibility. This guy was demanding because he thought she had money. So regardless of how much she brings to the table, he will always think that I have credit card loan, I had debt, I need to pay off this thing before I can bring anything. When they ask, cost of living went high, rent went high, everything. So it became too much because she's basically feeding two people, and he was not even trying to contribute. He was not even trying to help. She cried. I couldn't believe. If you see this guy walking on the street, you would think he's walking like he has shares in Gucci, but it was so sad. And the singular reason why she entertained him and even married him was because she had sowed seed, she had prayed for God to give her husband. And when she came out, she saw this guy and she felt this is God's sent. So regardless of, okay, he does not have money now, since God has sent it to me, we can work something out. Even if he's not working now, I will be his blessing. See, when church brainwash you, every reasoning will disappear from your head. I couldn't believe what my friend was telling me. I couldn't believe what she had gone through. But at the same time, I couldn't. The worst thing you can do to a friend is to tell the person, I told you so. I couldn't say anything because the solution, I couldn't tell her. The solution was simple. Give him an ultimatum. You see that he start paying bills or he bounce. But I couldn't say that to her because as far as she's concerned, this is her God-sent husband. This is her prayer answered. This is just a trying time. The devil is trying them. He would, get something doing. Like, even after everything, she'll say, oh, but he's a good man. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. And I'm like, I cannot come and now tell you my church mind though, because I don't want to be like the devil that is trying to wedge something. So the point here is, I understand that people pray for what they want, and the Nigerian system has made it almost impossible for people to sit down, and for young ladies, especially the ones in their 30s, those ones, they say they have expired because they will always tell them, if you're not married, you're not complete. If you're not this. I knew of somebody who refused to take a job promotion because she didn't want to appear too successful because she was looking for a husband. I knew somebody who did not want to buy a car because maybe if her husband does not have car now, he will feel intimidated. I would rather wait when I get married to start doing. Like, so many women hold themselves back because they believe that if they do certain things, it will chase certain. See, if you hold yourself back and then you get into that marriage and you start doing all those things, you are selling yourself short, because anybody that see you at your level and marry you, maybe for the ones, there are some people who believe we can grow together. There are some people who believe this is what I signed up for. I don't want any stress. I want somebody. Men are very intentional, because you see, if you ask men, why do you want to get married? Some of them will tell you, I'm tired of cooking. Some of them will tell you, I want to come back home and see somebody. Some of them will tell you, I want to have children. Some of them will tell you, I just need somebody to, like, some of them want house girl that plays wifely role. So they are very intentional about it. But women, when women want to get married, or when they talk about husband, it's about God, when that status thing. I want the society to see me as a married woman, regardless of the situation. As long as they said, this is the wife of whatever, they are happy with that title, and the society has made it so important, even more important than individual happiness. That is the problem we have, and that is why we're always going to see people gathering in churches, praying with wedding gown for God to answer them. I've not seen a woman carrying a house picture and say, God, give me this house. Or is it that they are holding twins, or they are holding stop it. Listen, it's not even funny, but we should think, like, this is 2023. 2023, people are going to the moon. People are rockets. People are going to outer space. And we are still praying for husband. Who does this thing? Who does this thing? Pray for what you want to. Pray for what you want. If you're going to wear wedding gown, for God to, because, some people are saying, is this faith or is this just foolishness? Because don't forget, the organizer of that show is Chacha. And we all know, very documented, abusive marriage that she's in. Like, every market day, Chacha is coming online to cry about her marriage, to cry about her husband, to cry about, and then she's the one organizing people to wear wedding. Like, the last person that will tell me about marriage is Chacha. If you actually think about it, the last person that should, Chacha should be the last person that will organize this thing. But they paid her to endorse wedding dress, and she partnered with a church because she needed ladies, vulnerable ladies, who are going to wear these clothes and display. And we're sitting down talking about it. The bridal shop is cashing out. Chacha has cashed out. We are now sitting down talking about the church and the pastor missus. So everybody wins, but the actual model, the models, the bridal, models, these are people that will go out there now and accept any man because they've prayed for husband, and it might not end well. But I wish them all the best. Life is all about what you believe in. If you believe that it's going to work for you, believe, but also shine your eyes, open your eyes. Don't go and marry a deadbeat just because you prayed to God and that was the first person that told you about or asked you to marry them. Shine your eyes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today's episode. I'm not saying don't pray for husband or pray for husband. Hey, I am happy to come and attend wedding. Thank you very much. Please like and share. Thank you very much. Bye bye.